On the news tonight, FCT Minister fulfills promise to police command, redeems bounty placed on wanted kidnappers. And National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons flags of empowerment program for displaced persons in the FCT.
A very good evening and thank you very much for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NQ105 Abuja. I am Mariam Abubakar Kana. As part of its mandate to offer durable solutions for internally displaced persons, migrants and refugees across the country, the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons has flagged off an empowerment program for displaced persons in the FCT to improve their livelihood. Ruth Aguele reports.
I'm surprised when they just call me because they used to tell us that we help us, we where our husband dead and leave us with children, that will empower us, we will not hear anything. But this government, God will help them more.
The adage, when there is life, there is hope, best describes Binter Abubakar's situation, a displaced widow and a mother of four, whose life is about to change. It's a new chapter for Binter and other internally displaced persons across the country, as the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, in partnership with a non-governmental organization, has flagged off an empowerment program to train displaced persons in the Federal Capital Territory in professional driving skills and agriculture, ranging from livestock farming to other agribusiness, to improve their livelihoods and enable them become self-reliant.
The Commission also is making an arrangement towards constructing an elaborate skill acquisition centers in the six geographical zones of this country. However, with the publicity of fund, we are going to begin with three major zones: the Northeast, the Northwest, and then the North Central.
Like after the program here, they will be given fertilizer that will help them in starting from somewhere. No matter how small, a journey of 1,000 kilometers, you can start it with one step.
What I'm planning to do in this program, I'm planning to do cattle business.
For the Commission, enhancing the resilience of displaced persons through empowerment programs like this is the game changer, as beneficiaries who were drawn from different IDP camps in the FCT will go through rigorous training to become skilled professionals. In Abuja, Ruth Aguele, NT News.
In a bid to ensure efficient and smooth take-off of the administration of the newly established Federal Capital Territory Civil Service Commission, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has approved the appointment of Umar Sandakusu as the Secretary of the Commission. In a statement signed by the head of the FCT Civil Service, Dr. Udo Samuel Asang, Kusu's appointment is for a tenure of 5 years in the first instance, in accordance with the Act establishing the FCT Civil Service Commission, and at the discretion of the FCT Minister. The Minister urges the Secretary to strive to contribute positively towards achieving the mandate of the Commission, FCT residents and Nigerians at large. Before his recent appointment, Sanda Kuso was a Director of Administration and Finance in the Land Administration Department of the FCT. He hails from Lepai local government area of Niger State. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has directed all computer-based test center owners to arrest any parent who is found near any of their facilities during the 2024 UTME exercise. The directive was issued at the final briefing of the computer-based test center owners, which was held virtually on Wednesday. According to the registrar, Professor Ishak Oloidi, any parent who disobeys this order would not only be arrested, but his ward would also be disqualified from sitting the examination. The board advised candidates to jealously guard their personal details, email address, as well as their registration and phone numbers. Furthermore, the registrar said all arrangements have been concluded for the conduct of the 2024 UTME which will be held in over 700 CBT centers across the nation. He, however, warned that if a session experienced any technical challenge, candidates in subsequent sessions will be allowed to sit their examination as scheduled, while the candidates in the challenge session would be rescheduled for the last session for the day or the following day, or even further, depending on the center schedule. Professor Loide appealed to center owners to consider the assignment as a national engagement and not as a purely profit venture. He urged them to expose the bad eggs among them. The registrar informed the participants that the board had deployed state-of-art technology to check all manners of infractions, collaborations, and other unsavory acts that are at variance with its code of operations. Moving on, the Commissioner of Police, FCT, Bernard Igwe, has expressed heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the management and personnel of the command for the kind gesture of the Minister, Nyesom Wike, for fulfilling his promise to the command. A statement signed by Command's Public Relations Officer, Justine Ade, says the minister took decisive action by placing a bounty of 20 million naira on two notorious and most wanted kidnappers on February 14, 2024, and he has matched his words with action following the arrest of the two wanted kidnappers. The statement adds that the implementation of such measures reflects the minister's leadership and responsiveness to the security and safety of residents. It hints on the command's expression of honor and gratitude for his unflinching and continued support in combating crime and ensuring the well-being of residents. The statement further discloses that the CP ensured that the fund was distributed among the tactical teams and divisional police officers of the command to ensure better service delivery and also reassures the minister and residents of the FCT that the command, under his leadership, will leave no stone unturned in the fight against crime and criminality and will continue to work assiduously to ensure the safety of residents. The FCT Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, has marked its 40th anniversary in Abuja, with the stakeholders in the security sector calling on the critical stakeholders to pay more attention to the security challenges facing the territory in the national interest. Asabi Williams reports that the group expressed optimism that with an expanded outstation, there is renewed onslaught on crime detection and prevention.
The business of peace and security of the nation is crucial, more so in the FCT, the seat of power, where the PCRC wastes no time to urge political leaders and other influencers to be more committed in ensuring the security architecture is strengthened for improved safety.
For the PCRC in FCT, we are trying to create units whereby the Okada rider trade union will now be members of PCRC so they can give information more effectively so that the issue of security can be everybody's responsibility.
Sustainable security and peace are the major ingredients for sustainable development and socio-economic growth. Hence, the PCRC chairman Caro stresses the need for decision makers to consider an increment in police funding for a better performance.
People are meant to celebrate, with the community, with the police, and create more awareness on the need for the people to relate and identify with the police, and then assist the police also to achieve their noble tasks and objectives.
The occasion was also a means of appreciating police contributions to the safety of lives and property, good governance, and improved living standards in Nigeria. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
The resumption of plenary at the Senate, which was earlier postponed to Tuesday, 23rd April 2024, has further been postponed to Tuesday, 30th April 2024 at 11 a.m. Chairman Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, while confirming the postponement, explained that the shift is to enable completion of renovation, as it is anticipated that the plenary session will be held at the main chamber of the Senate upon resumption. The House of Representatives has announced a further shift of resumption date from its current recess. The House will now resume plenary on Tuesday, April 30, 2024, House spokesman Akin Rotimi says the new resumption date is aimed at giving lawmakers more time for constituency outreach to secure adequate input in the constitution review process. He says the shift in resumption of plenary will also enable the Green Chamber to prepare adequately for forthcoming legislative summits on state police, task reforms, and digital transformation. Moving on. A commendation service in honor of the spiritual leader of the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church worldwide, the late Baba Aladura, Prophet Samuel Adefila Abidoyi, has been held. Francisca Bile reports that the event, which was held in Abuja, was ahead of this funeral ceremony, attracted members from far and near.
There is a popular saying that the purpose of contact is impact. This is why members of Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church observed commendation service in honor of their spiritual leader, the late Baba Aladura, Prophet Samuel Adefila Abidoye, to celebrate his impact and exceptional leadership style during his lifetime.
He took us from Kaduna to a 500-hectare land in Ogbomoso, and today that thick bush has become a mighty city to behold. It's just wonderful.
It's an icon that we cannot forget in this CNS Movement Church.
When he came in 2006, the first assignment he did was to ordain me as the district chairman.
The commendation service had in attendance members of the CNS movement and the Abuja Christian community, who paid glowing tribute to the late Baba Aladura for leading an exemplary life of selflessness.
Late Elder Samuel Adelife Abidoye, life was one of upward trajectory, and his footprints are visible on the religious landmark of this nation.
National President, Christian Association of Nigeria, Most Reverend Daniel Chukwudumebi Oko, represented by Reverend Ozumba Nicodemus, notes that the late Abidoye devoted his time and talent to service of God, which is worthy of emulation.
Baba has been a very strong supporter of CAN. In the days where he was still strong, he attends the NEC meeting and other activities of CAN, and he has contributed immensely towards the building of Christianity, fought for justice, peace, and equity in Nigeria.
He really built C&S movement to the standard it is today. So he tried so much to build the youth wing, the women wing, the men wing, and everything about it.
He lived a sacrificial life, a life of prayer, a life of truthfulness.
The late Baba Aladura, who died on November 12, 2023 at the age of 103, will be laid to rest next week Saturday in Ilorin, Kwara State. In Abuja, Francisca Bile.
And for happenings on the foreign scene, let's join the foreign desk for the Globe this week. Welcome to the Globe this week, a foreign news segment that offers unique perspectives of stories that made headline this week. I am Francisca Bile, your guide. Two alleged spies suspected of planning to sabotage the German military aid for Ukraine has been arrested in the southern German state of Bavaria. The prosecutors say the two men, described as dual German-Russian nationals, were detained in Baruth on suspicion of spying for Russia. Elsewhere, the EU has agreed to expand sanctions on the Iranian producers of drones and missiles following Tehran's unpredicted attack on Israel. The bloc already has multiple sanctions in place against Iran for selling drones to Russia for use in their war against Ukraine. Meanwhile, the US has hinted it will impose its own new penalties in the coming days. In another development, Indonesian authorities have closed an international airport and residents left home near an erupting volcano due to the dangers spreading ash, falling rocks, and the possibility of a tsunami. The authorities say residents will be relocated to Manado, the nearest city on Sulawesi Island, a journey of 6 hours by boat.
Meanwhile, operations at Dubai Airport are still severely disrupted as heavy rains continue to batter the United Arab Emirates and neighboring countries. The storm pounded the UAE on Tuesday, flooding roads and runway of the busy international airport. In the meantime, flash floods have been reported to have killed 20 people in Oman and one in UAE. That's it on the Globe this week. It's back to the studio. Up next is Sports Base with Abdullahi Adria.
In an exciting night of football at the Etihad Stadium, Real Madrid emerged victorious over defending champions Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final match on Thursday. The second leg match ended in a 1-0 draw with both teams unable to break the deadlock even after extra time, leading to a dramatic penalty shootout where the Spanish Giants advanced on a 3-4 victory. The victory marks a significant achievement for Real Madrid, who continue their pursuit for European glory under the guidance of manager Carlo Ancelotti. Meanwhile, Arsenal's dream for an European title ended at the Allianz Arena after the Gunners suffered a 1-0 defeat to Bayern Munich in the second leg, bringing aggregate to 3-2. Talking chess, 27-year-old chess enthusiast Tunde Onokoya from Lagos, Nigeria, has written his name in the annals of history by setting a new Guinness World Record for the longest continuous chess marathon. Onokoya's astonishing feat saw him engage in non-stop chess gameplay for an unprecedented duration of 16 hours, solidifying his status as a force to be reckoned with in the world of chess. With Sports Brief, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Thank you very much for watching the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Do stay tuned for the translation. Good evening.
ma gbaji we shaje wo wona yiwa na ba sha ba da wo mu president wa yuba warwa go na ba ge gai nge de goda gwamnati ke zina nya yesu wuke wala nge Umar Sanda kuso kitu nshikwaje nyaka isi service commission nya nke zina ye nge sana gbai Dr. Udo Samuel Atang wana da aba minister ashi wafita kuso ye we watu nshikwaje aye watu no ba bi gwamnati bagbatu bada shi minista ya ababa zazawu shawaye za mwasatu unshi baye kuso beijing zana gbanu nkizida ki atata jiba ya yuzo ko wenji la baibinu unenjaki gwamnati abi bai kwe mutuka nyaba nagmai lo nyanga na sanaga jani baku badadada nge ba bai fi abi azakwai awu zahai ina bai yawo igi biwi ina bi a nge bai kwe mutuka abai sanu ngaji bai yakoka professor nge ishaka aloyede wada nge on bai da badade sanu mba bai ji yeji bai ji aboji bai ya nge bai kwe abiya mutuka nyaba dagmai lo yenya akizida busibida zana gbanje benefit we woku wobuba fa wu pepe we sa nge kizida minister dugoda anyesa wuke amishe wanu wobadada zana gbanye inja spain ade abusibida bada gogai beda nsipi gwanye wagodo nge anpi avunya minister be kuda nge woba ga aza amila shiba zaza wani wa ahiga go ugwamba abusibida bokuwa bada nge minister dugoda weku obada nu wala ba Nigeria weku ga tiga wache abusibida tutubwa ikizida kishokwe ibe beji awon azanu ko ifi ikizida tiga asafu dagba ibe ja do wosu shoko se yesu saisi
Masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka ga takaitattun fassarar wasu daga cikin labaranmu da yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. A ƙoƙarin da yake na tabbatar da ayyuka sun tafi yadda ya kamata a sabuwar hukumar ma'aikatan babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja, ministan Abuja Nyesom Wike ya amince da naɗin Umar Sanda Kuso a matsayin sakataren hukumar. A jawabin da shugaban hukumar ma'aikatan babban birnin tarayya Abuja Dr. Udo Samuel Atan ya sawa hannu, Umar Sanda Kuso zai yi aiki na shekara 5 wa'adin farko kamar yadda kundin tsarin aikin ma'aikatan Abuja ya tanadar da kuma ministan Abuja. Ministan ya buƙaci sakataren da ya tashi tsaye wajen yin aiki tukuru kamar yadda hukumar ke buƙata. Mazauna birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja da kuma ɗaukacin al'ummar ƙasar nan. Hukumar shirya jarabawar shiga jami'o'i ta ƙasa JAMB ta umarci ɗaukacin masu cibiyoyin na'ura mai ƙwaƙwalwa wanda za su yi jarabawar da su kama iyayen da aka gani kusa da cibiyoyin domin taimakon 'ya'yansu rubuta jarabawar ta 2024. Hukumar ta ba da umarnin haka ne a lokacin da ta gana da masu cibiyoyin na'urar a ranar Laraba. A cewar shugaban hukumar Farfesa Isaac Oloyede, duk iyayen da aka kama sun bijirewa umarnin hukumar ba za a hukunta su kawai ba, za a hana 'ya'yansu rubuta jarabawar gaba ɗaya. A madadin rundunar 'yan sandan babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja, kwamishinan 'yan sandan Abuja Bennett Igwe ya bayyana farin cikinsa da godiya gaban ministan babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja Nyesom Wike akan cika alƙawarin da ya ɗauka na yi wa rundunar alkhairi. A jawabin da jami'ar hulɗa da jama'a ta rundunar Josephine Abe ta sawa hannu, ministan ya cika alƙawarin da ya ɗauka na biyan kuɗi naira miliyan 20 ga duk wanda ya kawo masu garkuwa da mutane da suka fitini al'umma a ranar 14 ga watan Fabrairun 2024. To abin da ya sauka kenan a labaran namu ne, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai. Allah ya kashe mu lafiya.
Agakwala m ọzọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke abalị a ka anyị malite site na nhọpụta nke onye odeakwụkwọ iji hụ na a malitere ọrụ n'ụzọ dị mma ma na-aga nke ọma n'ụlọ ọrụ obodo a bụ FCT na-ahụ maka ndị ọrụ bekee nke obodo a hiwere ọhụrụ. Onye ọchịchị nlekọta ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT Nyesom Wike akwado na nhọpụta nke Umar Sanda Kuso dịka onye odeakwụkwọ nke ụlọ ọrụ a. N'ozi nke onye isi ndị ọrụ bekee nke obodo a Udo Samuel Atan na-ekwu na nhọpụta nke Kuso ga-abụ maka afọ 5 dịka iwu si dị, ebe onye ọchịchị na-elekọta ọchịchị obodo a kpọkụrụ Kuso ka o tinye uchu n'ọrụ inye ihe a chọrọ n'aka ya. Umar Sanda Kuso sitere n'ọchịchị ime obodo Lapai nke dị na steeti Niger. Ụlọ ọrụ ala anyị na-ahụ maka ule ịbanye na mahadum akpọrọ JAMB enyela ndị ọrụ ogige ịlụ ule ka ha kpọchie nne maọbụ nna ọbụla ga-anọ nso n'ogige ịlụ ule nke afọ 2024. E nyere iwu a dịka ụlọ ọrụ JAMB nakwa ndị nwe ogige ịlụ ule nke afọ a na-enwe mkparịta ụka n'ihe onyonyo n'ụbọchị gara aga. Dịka otu onye isi nke ụlọ ọrụ JAMB ọkammụta Ishaq Olayode siri kwuo, a ga-anwụchi nne na nna dị otu a ma hụ na nwa ha isonyere ule a, ma dụọ ndị ga-ele ule a ọdụ ka ha jikwaa akara ekwentị ha, akara email ha nakwa ihe ndị ha ji banye aka maka ule a nke ọma. Ule a ga-ewere ọnọdụ n'oge 700 gbaa ala anyị gburugburu. Onye isi ndị uwe ojii n'obodo a bụ onye ọchịchị na-elekọta ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT Nyesom Wike maka ịbụ ọka ome na nkwa ndị o kwere ụlọ ọrụ ndị uwe ojii n'obodo a. N'ozi nke onye na-ahụ maka mmekọrịta ọhaneze na ụlọ ọrụ ndị uwe ojii n'obodo a Josephine Ade kwuru na onye ọchịchị a tinyere okwu ya n'ọrụ dịka o kwere nkwa inye nde $200 n'abalị 14 nke ọnwa abụọ n'afọ a maka onye ga-anwụchi ndị oji egbe atọ mmadụ n'obodo a bụ nke o mezuru. Ebe onye isi ndị uwe ojii Ajikwa kọwara na nke a ga-enye aka hụ na a kwụsịrị mpụ n'obodo a ma na-ekwe nkwa na ha ga-agba mbọ ịrụ ọrụ ndị chapụrụ ihu n'obodo a. Ọ bụ akụkọ ndị uwe ojii a ka anyị ji apechi ya na nke abalị a. Echi ga-aka mma.
Ẹ̀kálẹ́ káàbọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé síjú wọ̀nyí Kúnlé Adélékè ìròyìn. Nínú ìgbìyànjú rẹ̀ láti rí dájú pé ìṣèjọba olúìlú ilẹ̀ yìí ìyẹn Àbújá tún já gàrà sí pàápàá jùlọ nípasẹ̀ àgbékalẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ tí yóò máa rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba ní olúìlú ilẹ̀ yìí, mínísítà olúìlú ilẹ̀ yìí Nyesom Wike ti bu ọwọ́ lu ìyànsípò Umar Sanda Kuso gẹ́gẹ́ bí akọ̀wé àgbà iléeṣẹ́ náà. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí olórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba ní ìlú Àbújá ìyẹn ọ̀mọ̀wé Udo Samuel Atang ìyànsípò Umar Sanda Kuso ni yóò wà fún ọdún 5 gbáko fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìwé òfin ìdásílẹ̀ àjọ tí yóò máa rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba ní ìlú Àbújá pẹ̀lú àṣẹ láti ọ̀dọ̀ mínísítà olúìlú ilẹ̀ yìí ọ̀hún. Àjọ tó ń ṣe kòkárí ìdánwò ìgbaniwọlé sí iléèwé gíga JAMB ní ìlú Nàìjíríà ti pàṣẹ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ní gbọ̀ngàn tí wọ́n ti ń lò fún ìdánwò náà fún títí ọdún yìí láti fi páńpẹ́ òfin mú òbí kankan tó bá súnmọ́ agbègbè tí ìdánwò náà ti wáyé fún títí ọdún 2020. Ní orúkọ àwọn aláṣẹ àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá náà fún ìnáwọ́sí tí wọ́n rí gbà láti ọ̀dọ̀ mínísítà fún olú ìlú ilẹ̀ yìí Nyesom Wike nípa mímú ìlérí rẹ̀ fún ibùdó ọlọ́pàá náà ṣẹ. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí alukoro àjọ ọlọ́pàá náà ẹ̀ka ti Àbújá Josephine Ajah bu ọwọ́ lù sọ pé mínísítà gbé ìgbésẹ̀ onímọ̀ràn náà nípasẹ̀ gbígbé owó tó tó nǹkan bíi mílíọ̀nù lọ́nà 20 náírà sórí àwọn ọ̀daràn àti ìlúmọ̀ọ́ká ajínigbé tó ṣiṣẹ́ láabi ní ọjọ́ 14 oṣù kejì ọdún 2024 ní eléyìí tí wọ́n gbé owó lé lórí gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó ẹ̀mí ìmoore fún ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá kẹ́fìn àwọn ọ̀daràn náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni mínísítà tún mú ìlérí rẹ̀ ṣẹ ní bí ó ti ṣe àgbé eléyìí kalẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ọwọ́ ba àwọn ọ̀daràn méjì náà. Tó ìròyìn náà kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Kúnlé Adélékè ìròyìn ó dàárọ̀ òun ìlàsàn.